Okay, once again, welcome you back, children. I think today BSNL people at least this kind of interruption won't be there. We shall have to call to the BSNL helplines and we will get it done. Okay, so just before we worked out electric intensity on equatorial line, and I was telling you that once I am done with the axial and equatorial, the question which will come in our mind is that how about if the point is not on axial, neither on axial nor on equatorial? If I have a point anywhere in the field of dipole, then I should have an expression which will help me to work out electric intensity at such any point, and that's what I am going to do now. So I am going to work out electric intensity at any point of the field at any point in the field of dipole. So for that, I have shown you this as a dipole. Negative charge of the dipole I have got at this location. Positive charge of the dipole at this location. Center of the dipole, magnitude of charges of the dipole I have got QQ, separation between dipole I have 2L, separation between two charges of dipole 2L, and what I have written here is dipole moment equal to 2QL. Direction of the dipole moment already I have shown here. What is there? I have shown this is dipole moment. Now, I wanted to work out electric intensity, say at point P. Where? At a point P. Where is that P? At a distance R from center of dipole. But that won't be the sufficient information to say only at a distance R. Because I don't have this as a definite line, properly defined line. This axial line I could understand, equatorial line I could understand. So for that I should mention on a line making an angle theta with dipole moment. The axis of dipole, and I'm going with this particularly for short dipole. Dipole moment already I have got it. Now what I do to go ahead for simplicity, to go ahead with the expression, what I am going to do is a simple thing. What is that? I will resolve this dipole moment into two parts. I will resolve this dipole moment in two parts. One part of that I would like to have along this axis or along this line. Let me have that part of the dipole along this line, and I show that here like this. See, I am resolving the dipole moment, and after doing so, it's one part I am getting here. How much is this part? As the vector P makes an angle theta with this line, naturally I will have this as a P cos theta. So it's one of the part of this dipole. I would mention like this: P1 equal to P cos theta. But there's one more part also I have got. It's one more part also I can get it. And which is that one more part? I will get that one more part like this. This is the second part what I have got. First part I got here, second part I have got here. And how much is this? P sin theta. Second part is P sin theta. I'll write that second part, P2. Second part, P sin theta. And once I have done with this, I will say now in that system, I forget about the original dipole, and I'll say in that system, I have two dipoles. One of the dipole I will show like this. One of the dipole is this one. One of the dipole is this one. Of dipole moment P1. And another of the dipole I have got. I can show like this one. Notice. What a comfort I have got after resolution. So another dipole I have got this one, whose dipole moment is P2. So I am forgetting about the original dipole after resolution. I resolve this, interesting. I resolve this. One part here, another part here. And once I did that, I am saying as of now, I have two dipoles in that system. One dipole of the moment P1 equal to another dipole of the moment P2 equal to. And once I do that, my simple further job is identifying my point P with respect to these two dipoles, like imaginary dipole. And I can very easily see that my point P is on axial line of the first dipole. This is my axial line. So where is P then? Due to this dipole on the axial line. Then I know how to calculate electric intensity on axial line of a short dipole. So contribution by this part of the dipole, this component of dipole, and for simplicity by this dipole I would say, I get that as E1 equals to, due to short dipole you know, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 for axial line to P1 I am writing. Because I have this as the first dipole of moment P1 divided by R cube. Distance is R cube. I can substitute that P1 value. E1 equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 to P cos theta divided by R cube. So this is my equation number 1. So I am done with equation 1 now. I am done with electric field at the point that I have specified due to first component of the dipole moment. I mean due to P1, due to P sin theta I got. Similarly, if I look at to the point that I have with respect to second dipole I have, this is the second dipole. You can very clearly see P is on, which is this line perpendicular to the axis of this equatorial line. I know how to work out electric intensity on the equatorial line of the short dipole. So, before that, let me get this represented in direction also. I could write magnitude. How about direction on axial line? Direction of electric intensity on axial line of the dipole is same as that of the dipole moment. So even the intensity due to this dipole, so the direction of electric intensity at P, I mean even direction of E1 is going to be same to that of P1. P1 direction I have got shown here, and here I show that electric intensity due to this dipole magnitude I have got, and direction is here. This I have got E1, direction of E1 I could write, At the same time, now magnitude and direction of the first dipole I could show. I was talking about P is on the equatorial line of second dipole. Then we know how to work out electric intensity on equatorial line, and that contribution I write E2 equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P2 second dipole P2 divided by short dipole I am writing for RQ. P2 I have already made ready. E2 equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P2 I have to write just. And how much is that? P sin theta by R cube, equation number 2. So I got magnitude of electric intensity contributed by second dipole. How about direction? Electric intensity on equatorial line of dipole is anti-parallel to the dipole moment. E2 is the contribution by this dipole moment, P2. Direction of P2 is this one. We can see very clearly there. Direction of P2 is this one. Then the direction of electric intensity at P, I can show very easily. This is the direction of P2. Direction of P2 I have to show. This is parallel to this. Anti-parallel I have to show that. And here I can show that direction of E2. So I have what? Magnitude and direction of E1 and E2. I got magnitude of E1, I got magnitude of E2. Then the resultant of these two, I can get by parallelogram law. For that, I need to complete the parallelogram. So let me complete the parallelogram first. This is the parallelogram I have completed, and you all know how we add two vectors in parallelogram. You can understand E1 and E2. E1 is contribution by component P cos theta. E2 is contributed by the component P sin theta. These two components are perpendicular. So these two intensities, because E1 is on axial line of first part, E2 is on equatorial line of the second part. So obviously then this is parallel to first part, this is parallel to second part. So then these two are also perpendicular, whose magnitude resultant I have to get. Whereas the resultant, you all know in parallelogram law, is given by diagonal drawn from the common point, because these two vectors are represented by the adjacent sides, and the resultant is given by diagonal. So let me show that resultant here, and this is the resultant of these two. So this is the resultant vector E, I can say. I have to find that E. First magnitude I will get it, and you know how to get the result magnitude of the two resultant of two vectors. R equal to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Here angle between these two vectors to be added is 90, which I mentioned just now. Then resultant electric intensity at P, I would write root of E1 square plus E2 square. That's it. E1 I have got, E2 I have got. Let me substitute them, and that I write E equal to, see, square I have to do first. square, like 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 2p cos theta square of that, and then even here you can take common possible there. What is common? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube and p. Square of that is there. So when you bring it outside, what you are going to get? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 square of that. Common tagondre. Outside the root you are bringing, you will have this one. Then p square you have got. P square you have got. Outside you are bringing, it becomes p by r cube. And in the bracket, what I am going to have other than the terms which are not common, like a 2 cos theta. Square of that 4 cos square theta. Even you can try by substituting everything. If you are confused here, you can work out. Whereas second term I have got sin square theta. And children, what I am going to do here. This 4 cos square theta, I will write 3 cos square theta plus cos square theta. Hangari bodala split ಮಾಡಿ 4 can be written 3 plus 1. That's what I am going to do. 3 cos square theta plus cos square theta. Intention is sin square theta plus cos square theta can be written 1. And I write then E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p by r cube in the root. I will have, what is that? 3 cos square theta plus 1. So this is the expression that I have got for electric intensity at any point in the field of dipole. And children, look here. This is more general expression, I would say. Why? Say for example, I have got this point on axial line. So our theta is stuck to the 0. If theta is 0, cos 0, 1. 3 plus 1, 4. Root of that 2. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, 2p by r cube. And that's we have got. Suppose if this line is over here like this. Equatorial ಆಗ್ತದ theta 90, cos 90 0. Root of 1 is 1. You get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p by r cube. So this is a more general expression you can say than the earlier two. So this is about magnitude of intensity at P. But that's not the complete description about a vector. Again, I need to know the direction. Direction of electric intensity, resultant electric intensity, I specify by one angle made by it, alpha. And you know the formula for tan alpha. What is that formula? General I'll write. Tan alpha equal to Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. Is it not this relation? Yes. In case theta is 90, I have got here between these two, I mean, if theta is the confusion angle between these two is 90. So I can write them tan alpha equals to Q by P. This you write in case if the alpha is angle made with the P. This is your P now. E1 is your P. So for the present scenario, I can write tan alpha equal to, if this is P, Q is E2. You can write E2 by E1. And E2 and E1 already you have got it. Let me substitute them. So tan alpha equal to, how much is E2? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p sin theta by r cube. E1 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p cos theta by r cube. Cancel whatever common you can cancel, and I'll write directly the required one. You know, sin theta divided by 2 cos theta. That can be further written. Tan alpha equals to 1 by 2 tan theta. And I would refer this as the equation whenever I am in need of angle made by resultant. Look here. In case I say, had this point be on axial line, had this point be on axial line. How much theta is? 0. And you know tan 0 is how much? 0. Tan inverse of that, you get 0. So you mean that alpha is 0, what does it mean? Alpha is 0, you mean if this point is on axial line, alpha is 0, so you mean that the point or the electric field is along the line CP, you can say, and that's what we are seeing. So this is all about electric intensity at any point due to short dipole. So already we have taken much time of the chemistry class. We shall stop here. Tomorrow we will continue to know more about torque on the dipole and potential energy of the dipole. So we will see you once again tomorrow. So till then, goodbye.